Hey guys, so today we're gonna be doing my top 6 lures for the really tough bass right now. Cause lately the fishing has been really tough, and I've only caught one bass this week. So yes, I actually went fishing yesterday, and I only caught one thing. It wasn't even a bass. It was actually a small bluegill about this big, and I snagged it on this crankbait right there. So yeah, coming at number 6, it's got to be a fluke right here. So I'd use a standard Texas rig without the weight, because if you use the weight, the worm or the fluke would just roll around. But if you use it without a weight, it'll just stay still and level like that. It's a big difference. And yeah, that right there, this one's number 6 because it's big. I use big baits for big bass usually. So sorry, just a text message thing, kind of a duck thing. Anyway, you might hear that a lot during the video. You might hear a duck thing in the background, but it's just my text thing, so sorry. But anyway, let's focus on this. So this thing just swims down right here, and this is really good because bass don't usually see flukes a lot. They just see like regular worms, like just go through, or they see like crankbaits or a bunch of standard classic baits. But if you get some that they usually don't see, like a fluke, they ought to bite it. That's why everything on this list is kind of on that side. So at number 5, it's got to be the shaky head. So this right here is a Savage Gear trick worm, basically black with red flake on it. So I put this little shaky head on it. And this is supposed to stay level. If it's not level, it's not going to work. Because in the water, it's going to stay up, and it won't work like that. It's going when you swim it. So that's why it's really good, and the bass can't resist if it rolls in front of them. So that's why it's at number 5. Number 4 is a crankbait, because bass see crankbaits a lot, but lately the fish has been kind of tough, and they want something that's a slower approach, like those 2 baits again. So that's why. But anyway, I love the crankbait anyway. But if you're going to use one, make sure it has no knockers inside, because it just makes it a lighter approach. So this has no knockers, as you can see. So, but with the hooks, it's fine. Anyway, so yes, that's why it's at number 5. But number 4. And this is a crawfish pattern. This is my favorite thing to use. This has been really doing great for me for the past 2 weeks. But this week, not so much, because the fishing's been slow. So it's gotten kind of warm here in Alabama, but it's a drop down. It's gotten colder, so the bass are kind of shocked right now. But yeah. So now come and get it. Number 3 is a jig, and this is a black and blue swim jig. I'm sorry, black and blue swim jig with a crawl on the back, and it looks about like this. And when you're I'm sorry. So when it goes down, it looks like that. It just swims on the bottom, as you can imagine. So it's really good, and it gives a slower, good approach. Gets down deep to those bass. That's why it's good tungsten, which is really good to get deep to those bass where they are. Because right now they're going to be either on the bottom, or they're going to be coming up in the middle part, not shallow at all probably, unless you have a warm pond. But now at number 2 is a swim bait, and it might sound kind of crazy, but right here, this is why I put it on the list, because most people do not throw swim baits. But if you want to catch, because if you get someone a swim bait, it's going to be a big bass probably, if something big. So that also keeps me fired up, and also, the bass don't see this a lot, so they might go after this more than a crankbait probably, because it just looks more natural than them. Because look at this thing, it looks so natural, like an actual bluegill. And so is this thing. This is a shad colored gizzard shad right here, also a good swim bait like that too. Yeah, so that's great. Now coming at number 1, it's got to be a Senko. So you can wacky rig them, or you can Nico rig them, which is probably not the best worm to use for a Nico rig, but it still works. And if you're going to Nico rig this, it has a skinny tail right there and a heavy tail. Put the skinny tail on the bottom because it's more, it works better. So if you're gonna do it like this. Here's a worm. You get through the side of the worm, come down and up again, like that. And it's just pretty good. It's slow. It's not kind of like a shaky head, but in a way it is. Because look at that right there. It's really finessey and stuff. I'm sorry. And like a shaky head. This is not my favorite worm to use, but a shaky head for a Nico Red's really good, and a shaky head worm for a shaky head works great too. So yes, that's why they are all of them are on my list. Anyway, hope this video will help y'all out if y'all go fishing. Y'all can use these baits. Hopefully y'all can catch some of these tired and not hungry bass and they're picky. So hopefully this video will help y'all out, and stay tuned because I'm going fishing this afternoon. And anyway, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, tight lines.